Hi, today we're going to talk about posture. Posture in the lower back. We're talking about what good posture looks like, what bad posture looks like, what are some of the causes of bad posture in your lower back, and what are some exercises we can do to strengthen the muscles that we need in order to have good posture. So let's start with what should good posture in your lower back look like? It should look like this. There might be a slight round in your lower back, but it should be pretty straight. Okay? When you stand, you should have strong abs. Your abs should be pulling your stomach in. Not super a lot, but they should be working. When you're standing, your abs should be working, holding your stomach in. And your glutes, which is the muscles that you sit on, all right, those should be working to be pulling your hips forward from underneath, down and forward. And your hips should be relatively flat, relatively straight. All right, this is what good posture looks like, and I'll demonstrate this in a few minutes. Unfortunately, when we sit for long periods of time, which most of us do, especially if we're slouching when we're sitting, our abs become weak because we don't use them, and our glutes become weak because we're stretching them out when we sit on them and we're not using them. So these muscles become weak, and then they can't really help us to maintain good posture. Also, what happens? Bad posture. All right? Not only do our abs and our glutes become weak, but our low back muscles and our hip flexors become tight, because when we sit, our hip flexors get shorter and our back muscles get shorter, and then they start to stay that way. They start to stay short. They start to get really tight. What happens when your back muscles get tight? It actually pulls your spine down into this super rounded position. And when your hip flexors get tight, it pulls the front of your hips down and back. It tilts your hips forward. And together what happens, it creates this extra round shape in your spine that over time can cause low back pain. It's really not very healthy for your spine. All right, unfortunately, most of us, if we don't think, this for me too, by the way, if we don't think about this, we will stand something kind of like this. Maybe not this extreme, but most of the time, if we're not thinking about it, we'll fall into a posture that looks like this. So let me demonstrate what this sort of looks like on a real person. All right. Most of the time, if we're not thinking about it too much, we lock our knees so our knees go straight. We let our stomach hang forward, and we let our hips tilt forward. And now you can see that in my lower back, there's a pretty round shape right here. All right, and over time, if I just stand like this for a long time, my lower back's going to start to hurt. So what do I need to do? I need to engage my ab muscles. There's ab muscles underneath, not like your six pack, but the muscles underneath that are sort of like a belt. I need to pull them in so my stomach is not just hanging forward. Pull them in. I need to use my glutes to tuck my pelvis, my hips. Instead of in this forward position, I need to tuck them, or in this tilted forward position, I need to tuck them underneath my body, and maybe I need to bend my legs a little bit. All right, and now if you look, my lower back is much straighter. There's still a little bit of a curve there, but in general, it's much straighter. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to stretch these muscles, which in most of us have become tight from too much sitting. Okay, first we're going to warm them up so that we can stretch them better. So we're going to warm them up, then we're going to stretch them out, okay? And then when we're done with that, we're going to do strengthening exercises for our abs and our glutes. And if we do this regularly, like every day or every other day, 3 times a week, something like that, over time, our posture will improve. And for most of us, if we have pain in our lower back, for most of us, this will really help our lower back pain. All right, let's get started. First thing we're going to do is we're going to warm up our hip flexors. Okay? stand up just like this, and you're just gonna lift one knee up really high and then back down. Lift the other knee up and back down. You should feel, keep going, lift one knee up, lift the other knee up. You should start to feel this muscle in the front of your hip is starting to get warm, it's starting to get tired. You notice that it's starting to work. Your hip flexors are the muscles that bring your legs up and closer to your body. Okay, let's do 5 more on each leg. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, now we're going to do straight bridges because those will help to wake up and warm up the muscles in our low back. So remember this exercise, sit with your legs out nice and straight, arms behind you, kind of near your hips, press up, that's 1, and up, that's 2, up, 3, up, 4, up, 5, up, 6, up, 7, up, 8, up, 9, up, 10. We're going to hold this last one. Feel the muscles next to your spine. The muscles in your lower back start to get warm, start to shake. We'll go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. All right, now we're going to work on stretching those muscles. We just kind of woke them up a little bit, warmed them up a little bit. Now we're going to stretch them. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is a lunge. A lunge is great. Lunges are great exercises for stretching your hip flexors. So put one leg in front, one leg in back, and we're going to start with a straight leg. So you're going to really have to tighten your glutes, push that leg nice and straight, and now try to push your body up and somewhat back a little bit. You should feel a deep stretch right in here. You can bend your front knee, push your front knee forward, get a deeper stretch. All right, you can lift one arm up, and that will help you get a better stretch. Take deep breaths. Slowly, you should start to feel this muscle relaxing and lengthening, stretching out. Okay, good. Now put that knee down. All right, and now we're going to stretch like this with our knee on the ground. Push your hips forward, lift your body back, arms back, and you should feel a nice deep stretch in your hip flexors. Take deep breaths. All right, very good. Now we're going to switch. Okay? So put your other leg out in front. Put your other leg back, tuck your toes. Push that knee nice and straight. Bend your front knee and tilt your body and shoulders back. And now you should feel a stretch in your hip flexor on the other leg. You can lift your arm up and back. Take deep breaths. All right, now drop that knee down. Put your toes down. Push your hips forward. Lean your body back. Take deep breaths. And good. Okay, now we're going to stretch out our lower back muscles. And we're going to do a forward fold. Now this exercise is similar to the exercise where you lean over and try to touch your toes, except this time we're not going to be too worried about keeping our knees straight. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to bend our knees as much as we need to. And we're going to rest our chest and our stomach on the top of our legs. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Now let your head hang down nice and relaxed. grab opposite elbows and just stay here. Just let your body hang. If this is easy, you can start to straighten your knees, but keep your body pressed up against the top of your legs. And what you should feel is the muscles in your spine start to stretch out and relax. So I'm going to count to 20 in my head. Take deep breaths and relax your back. More seconds. Let your head hang nice and relaxed. Let your arms pull your body and your spine nice and straight, stretching those muscles out, relaxing those muscles. All right. Now we're going to do those stretches one more time, and then we'll move on to the strengthening part of our workout. Okay, so hip flexor stretch. You're going to put one leg in front, bend that knee. You're going to put your other leg behind you, just like this. Tuck your toes under, push that leg straight, and now lean back. And try to sink down and forward. And you should feel a deep stretch in here. Alright, now drop that knee down, put the top of your leg on the ground, and lean back. You should feel the stretch right in the front of your hip and the top of your leg. Now for an extra stretch, squeeze your glute muscle, and that should help you get a nice hip flexor stretch even more. All right, very good. Now we're going to switch. Okay, put your other leg in front, your other leg in back. Push that leg straight. Lean your body and shoulders back. Feel that stretch in your hip flexors. Take deep breaths. All right, now put your knee down. Put your foot flat on the ground. Push your body forward and lean your shoulders back. Squeeze your glute muscle. And you should feel a nice stretch right in your hips. All right, very good. All right, so now we've stretched out. Oh, we got to do our back muscles again. Okay, so remember, standing up nice and straight. Bend your knees, let your body rest on your legs. Grab opposite arm, opposite elbow. Let your head hang down low. And straighten your knees as much as you can without your body coming off of your legs. Take deep breaths here, try to relax. Right, good. Now, go back to that good posture we talked about. See if you can use your abs to pull your body in, tuck your hips forward. See if it's a little bit easier this time. You have a little bit more space in the front of your body. Maybe your back isn't as tight. This alone should help your posture. And if you do these exercises every night before you go to bed, that will help you a lot. But we're going to go to the next step. We're going to strengthen our abs and our glutes. So first, our abs. We're going to start with an exercise called a vacuum, okay? And In this exercise, you're gonna sit crisscross applesauce, put your hands on your knees, and what you're gonna do is you're not gonna use your breath to do this. Just gonna take a breath, exhale, and then you're going to press your belly button back towards your spine as hard as you can so that your stomach is compressed as much as possible. We're going to exaggerate the movement of holding our stomach in. We're gonna do it as hard as we can. That way, these muscles will get stronger, so they'll be more able to help us out in everyday life. So sit up nice and straight and press your belly button back towards your spine for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Now, we'll do a similar thing. We're lying down, all right? And what you want to do here now is push your legs out straight, and you should see that you should be able to fit your hand under your body, all right? I certainly can fit my hand under my body because my spine has a round shape in it, and it's normal for there to be a little bit of a round shape in the bottom of your spine. But now what we're going to do is we're going to use our abs to press our back flat against the ground. And when you do this, your knees might come up a little bit, and that's okay. Over time, as your hip flexors get more flexible, you'll be able to lie flat on the ground. Now you're going to use the same muscles that you just used for that vacuum, but now what you're going to do is you're going to press your spine down toward, or your belly button down towards your spine so you feel your back flat on the ground, and we'll hold this for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. I bet you never thought it would be so hard to lie flat on the ground, but I don't know about you, but by the end of that 20 seconds, I felt my abs shaking. All right, now we're gonna do one more vacuum, okay? Remember, you're gonna try to press your stomach in towards your spine as much as possible. Sit up nice and straight, take a deep breath, exhale, and squeeze that ab in. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. And now we'll lie flat on our back again. Put your legs out as far as you can, as far as you need to. Check to see, yep, there's still a space. I still have space. And now, use your abs to push your back down, get rid of that space. Now there's no space in between your body and the ground. 10, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, last thing, we're going to do some exercises for our glutes. So the first exercise we're going to do is called a glute bridge. All right, and this one is, I think we've done this before in one of our workout videos. But you're going to lie on the ground with your knees bent till where your fingers can just barely touch your heels. And you're going to use your glute muscles and push up like this on your shoulders. Now don't just lift your hips up. Really squeeze these muscles and push as high as you can. Try to use these muscles, push your hips forward and hold it for 3, 2, 1, and lower and press up. Squeeze for 3, 2, 1, and lower. Press up, squeeze for 3, 2, 1, and lower. Press up, squeeze for 3, 2, 1, and lower. And one more. Press up. 3, 2, 1, and lower. All right, now the next exercise we're going to do is for the, another one for the glutes, for a different part of your glute muscles. Now you're going to lie on your side, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to bend your knee. You're going to bring your knee, touch it forward on the ground in front of you. Then you're going to straighten your leg, put your leg behind you, turn your toes to face down, lift your leg up as high as you can go. Back down and forward and back and up. Now I'm going to show you from a different angle so you can see just how far back your leg is going to go. So I start with my leg in line with my body. I bring my knee forward. I bring my leg back behind me, behind my body, lift my leg up and back down. And then forward, back, up, and down. And for most of you, this one's going to be a pretty painful exercise because this is a muscle that most of us do not use hardly ever. However, the muscle that you're using is actually very important for keeping your spine healthy, because you really should be using this muscle when you walk and you run in order to stabilize your body. All right, so let's try this now. So touch your knee in front and back and up. That's 1. Forward, back, and up. That's 2. Forward, back, up. That's 3. Forward, back, and up. That's 4. Forward, back, and up. That's 5. Forward, back, and up. That's 6. Forward, back, and up. 7. Forward, back, up. 8. Forward, back, up. 9. Forward, back, up. 10. All right, now we're going to do 10 on the other leg. So switch sides. On your side, leg out straight, bend your knee, touch it forward, put it back behind you, lift up as high as you can go. You should feel a muscle in the side of your glutes really working hard. All right, ready, and forward, back, up. That's 1. Forward, back, and up. That's 2. Forward, back, and up. That's 3. Forward, back, and up. That's 4. Forward, back, up. That's 5. Forward, back, and up. That's 6. Forward, back, and up. That's 7. Forward, back, up. That's 8. Forward, back, up. That's 9. Forward, back, up. That's 10. All right, now we're going to do those exercises one more time again, starting with our glute bridge. So lying on our back, all right, legs bent, fingers to touch your toes. Press up, hold it for 3, 2, 1, and down. Up as high as you can. 3, 2, 1, and down. Up. Remember, use your glutes to turn your hips forward. 3, 2, 1, and down. 2 more. Up for 3, 2, 1, and down. This last one we're going to hold for 10 seconds. Ready? Up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As high as you can go, and down. All right, good. Last round. We're going to do the other glute exercise. So lying on our side, okay? Leg out, nice and in line with your body. Tilt your toes down slightly. Now forward, back, and up. Are you ready? All right. Forward, touch your knee to the ground, back, and up. That's 1. Forward, back, up. That's 2. Forward, back, and up. That's 3. Forward, back, and up. That's 4. Forward, back, and up. That's forward, back, and up. 6, forward, back, up. 7, forward, back, up. 8, forward, back, up. 9, forward, back, and up. 10, now hold that one for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Well, that really hurt. All right, switch to the other side. This is the last round. All right, lying on your side. So forward, back, and up. That's 1. Forward, back, and up. That's 2. Forward, back, up. That's 3. Try to keep your toes turned down. Forward, back, and up. That's 4. Forward, back, and up. That's 5. Forward, back, up. That's 6. Forward, back, and up. 7. Forward, back, and up. That's 8. Forward, back, up. That's 9. Forward, back, up, and hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, very good. All right, so today we stretched out our hip flexors, the muscles in the front of our hips. We stretched out our back muscles, and then we strengthened our abs, all right, and we strengthened our glutes, and all together this should help us have better posture. Now, one way you can check your posture anytime that you're near a wall, okay, go up and stand right by that wall, okay, with your hips near the wall. Put your hand behind your back. Can you fit your hand back there? Now see if you can bend your knees a little, use your glutes, all right, press your abs in, and now can you close that space between your back and the wall? You might notice you need to bend your knees a little bit, you might need to put your feet out a little bit farther, all right, but you should be able to have your back pressed fully against the wall with your head up, all right, in good posture. Over time, if you keep doing these exercises, your posture will just get better and better and better. Also, if you don't spend too long sitting, too long on a computer, or too long watching TV, this can also really help your posture out. All right, so be healthy and stay safe. See you next time.